Alright, welcome to the first layout update of the temporary layout. First layout update period, we had the new layout, then we had an operating video, and there'll be one more operating video. I'm not sure how long this video will take to make. I'm working on expanding the temporary layout. You can see behind me is the rolling stock, because right now staging is over there, where the dash 8 is sitting. That's where I put cars on the layout. But staging is moving into the other room. It's moving into my bedroom, because you can see the board right there. That is the programming track board. The track is over that way. And that's going to be stuck on the end over there. However, how close that is to the doorway, I can't connect the track on this side without adding a 3-foot section to this end, and then I have to find some way to support 1-foot track. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be moving this thing over, and it'll go onto the counter there. It'll also come this way. So I'll be able to walk. Not only will I be able to get into I'll be able to walk from the hallway into my room. I'm also going to have to move some of these boxes around to make it so I can get in easier through here, because right now there's quite a bit of space here that I can crawl under. Putting it over here farther, I'm going to have to move some stuff around there because it's being supported by a pile of stuff over there, and it'll probably still be supported on the edge of the counter, but yeah, and then we'll have that supported on something. I'm not sure what yet. And I'm also, you can see this track here. I added that, was it last night I added that? And I have a switch here. I have another track that's going to be for plastic pellets and other cars. And I decided I'm actually going to have to be working on 2 layouts at the same time. Now, my mom wants to do an N-scale layout, and so I decided I have this workshop. I'm not going to start at an N-scale right away. It's going to be an HO scale. Since I have quite a bit of modern equipment, plastic pellet hoppers over there, that Conrail one, the Santa Fe one that I spotted, I think I spotted that in the operations video, not the part that you've seen at the time of this recording. That's in part 2, I believe. The grain hopper, the rear grain covered hopper, which is more modern than this layout, which ends in 1960 when they're still using grain in boxcars. So what I'm going to do is, when I get to the point where I'm cutting up the Eustis foam for the layout of the Warsaw Industrial Branch, as I'm going to make a second layout with it just tacked to with the track to foam, only cut to be specific siding length, and I can reuse the track later in the big layout and just cut pieces again. So I'll have a temporary switching layout that is modern, that is more modern era, that I can use my more modern rolling stock, like the Conrail pellet hopper, the Santa Fe pellet hopper. There's some covered hoppers over there. There's my Atlas and Athearn rail box cars, that sort of thing. And any modern rolling stock I acquire for the big layout can be used on a switching layout temporarily, and it'll have industries that are going to be on the bigger layout, and they'll just be on that switching layout temporarily, and then eventually that foam will get either used for creating mountains on the, not mountains, hills on the big layout, or it will be used to make a N-scale layout for this room, and I've already decided that it's going to go from here around, probably about level with that paper towel roll, around the room, and it'll have to drop down to go under those cupboards. So there'll be maybe a helix, or maybe I'll have a helix over there. N-scale helixes, I think an N-scale helix would fit over there. And yeah, because I have one N-scale car, and that was a gift to me, so I really want to have something to use that on. So eventually I'll get into N-scale, but that's a long way off. So right now the plan is to move the collection, move this over. I gotta get something to put under the layout over here, and that shouldn't be too much of a problem. And then I can move it this way and move this over. It's still going to be supported. It's still going to be supported underneath by the crib and stuff on top of that and the counter, but it's just going to be over here a little bit, so it's almost right up against the door over there, and it's going to come this way a little bit, so that way I can go over that way, go in and out over that way. Unfortunately, I'll have to crawl under it to be over here, but hopefully I can get stuff so I can just crawl under and then walk around this side. So, stay tuned. Okay, so it took a little bit of finagling. It took about 20, 30 minutes, but I managed to get the 4x8 over. As you can see now, I can walk, I can squeeze between here. Could use a little bit more room. There we go. I can move this lamp off of the foam and put a book under there to give it a little bit more height. Since this has been moved over, this is a little tip. So I gotta take some books off from under there to even it out a little bit more. There. Now it's not quite so twisted. Ow! And I'm going to be walking into the... turn out a little bit more. So it's a tight fit, but I can get through there. And now I just have to figure out some way to stack some stuff up to support this at that height. I'm going to have to move this switch and track over a little bit, but that will allow me to have longer trains and do more switching until I start on the permanent modular layout. And I did it with all the stuff still on it. I had some cars roll down the tracks, but other than that, I haven't moved the 2x4 module. That's over there. I'm trying to figure out. I got a couple of dining room chairs over there that I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to fit them and the layout. Some stuff over there I can probably put there. Unfortunately, they're just tall enough that I can't rest the phone on them because they're too much of a height difference. I wanted to put the one down so the seat was on the other seat and have the 2x4 resting on the legs, but they're just long enough that I can't do that. So I'm going to have to rethink that. I don't know if I'll time that right now. I have to be back downstairs in about 20 minutes. So this is going to be a multi-day project. Most of my layout working is probably going to be on Monday, so layout updates possibly Tuesday. So I'm going to film everything I do with the model railroad, and we'll see how well people like it, and if they don't like it, then I'll stop but let's see. Okay, this is about all I can do for tonight. have 4A moved over. As you can see, it's sitting just enough on the counter, and that's moved over and connected to it. The chairs that I didn't know where I was going to put are right here. That's my box of stuff that I can't run right now, like my New York Central caboose that has horn hook couplers, the Model Railroader 50th anniversary that has horn hook couplers, my NAHX 90404 that's not operable because of that coupler pocket. I gotta replace that coupler pocket or glue it somehow because this side's broken off. I'm guessing that that's probably from cramming it into a box that's too small for it. What I have been doing, unfortunately, I didn't bring my pen up, so the freight cars that I got from Dispatch Junction, some of them were in boxes, some of them were not, but they were all wrapped in shrink wrap. And this is the last car to be taken out of shrink wrap that I can use. I think I can use it. I don't see any problems with the coupler pockets. This is Southern Pacific 496085. I have two of these. This one's weathered. The other one I'm going to renumber. But let's cut this off. Let's cut there. And that's off. Throw that over there. Now, the other one is labeled clean. This one will be just labeled with the number, and then the sticker will, the sticky note would go on the end, like those over there. And that'll be put in that pile. So this is ready to be put with my active roster. Next layout update, we'll see that spur continued over here. I'm going to have to move that over so the switch goes straight off because you can't see it from here, but it has to go around the piece of furniture that those books are sitting on. Those books are on that piece of furniture, and to me, I'm pointing at the lamp, but on the screen I'm pointing to that, so hopefully that works out well. But you got the Dr. Seuss collection on it. It's going to go right on along the edge of that. So that switch has to be moved over, and that track has to be moved over a little bit, and I have to support the programming track somehow. Whoops. Back up here. You falling asleep on me? That was boring, but I didn't know it was that boring. And that will cause that spur to come out a little bit more, which is absolutely fine. I didn't really want it coming this straight anyway. I wanted it to go more of an angle. But yeah, stay tuned for that. That's going to have to be another layout update video because this is getting quite long. So, see you in the next video.